2K Sports pregame show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. Tonight we'll be watching the Utah Jazz playing against the New Orleans Pelicans. Looking at the last game for New Orleans, it was a loss to the Kings at Golden One Center. They suffered a blowout loss, trying to leave that one in the rear view and focus on the game at hand. Fellas, it is always fun to watch Ben Simmons. The combination of size, speed, ball handling, passing. Shaq?
The Joker just shot a 3. Anyways, back like Cook Crack. Prodigy Starks. Ayo Kid 2306. Oh, we gonna get it tonight. The blue hair's back. Let's get it. Got the 13s on the lows. I guess we at home since I got the headband on. Man, I decided to do this for the grind. Then I'm trying to get to 94 now. The grind is so ridiculous. I was like, bump this. I'm not trying to play on the higher levels right now. I knocked it right back down to All-Star so I could have some fun. And try to get quickly through these games as possible, as quickly as I can. Because it don't make no sense for me to have to scrounge and grind. Like, when you lose, you get even less of a 1%. You get 1% for every game you win, basically. So when you lose, and 2K is gonna make, when you lose, you have a tendency to play pretty bad. So you're not gonna get the points that you would get. It's gonna be less than 1%, and even sometimes when I win, I get less than 1% at times. There's really no reason for me to keep going to practice though, too. All my badges are locked up. Only badge I need is that Alpha Dog, and I'm not gonna get that one. I've already kind of, unless I knock it down to Pro and try it that way, because there's no way in the world I'm taking out Rudy Gay and some of my bigs just to put myself at center and let everybody else play. First of all, 2K don't even allow you to call for the ball until 94. I mean, you call for the ball, but they don't pay attention. They don't shoot when you ask them to shoot and stuff like that. So ain't no point in me putting myself at the center just to try to get Alpha Dog and get rebounds and stuff like that. Especially when they're gonna simulate you out and put Rudy and them back on the court at some point in time, anyways.
There are some teams who you see these two guys don't like each other and they still win, but then the teams that it's sustained for a long time is the teammates that get along.
Dang, they changed this game. I mean, this line up crazy.
Then you have pretty much a good team. So the Pelicans win the tip.
Come on, let's go.
All fueled up and ready to
Plus,
go.
I can try for Defensive Player of the Year this again, so I can have 2 on my trophy case.
Walton is out there with Anthony Davis, and it's Bass in at the shooting guard. Here's Ryder.
I want to really get 94, 95 though. Like, quickly get those.
Rebound by Butler.
Come on, let's go.
And it's Butler with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Their last encounter was in New Orleans, where they were able to handle the Pelicans.
And in the last face-off against these guys, they enjoyed a huge
advantage
in free throw percentage.
So the Utah Jazz able to put the first.
I'm like number 2 on Defensive Player of the Year votes now because my blocks went kind of down, which doesn't even make sense. They got Corey Harris at number 1. I'm like, alright, cool. I got more block. Well, I actually have like .1 less than when he has a block, but I have like ridiculous more than him in steals. Well, maybe not ridiculous, but I got 3.3. He don't have nothing. He don't have it close. He don't have it that close to mine.
Well, sometimes the away games brings guys together. It's you versus the world in that situation.
Here is Banks.
Come on, let's go.
Ben Simmons bucket. Rufus the pass to Walton. And stolen by Simmons. Starks outside.
Come on, let's go.
Ball movement by Utah.
Yeah, give me that. I need all that.
The call and will shoot two.
Clearly a foul.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And to look at his percentage from the line, you see him at 89%. That's an indicator of what a consistent stroke he has.
Plus 94 is
Makes both from the line.
the dual takeover. I gotta see what that's like.
Taking all the free points he can get.
Inside, Davis.
Because my secondary is shot creating.
He could have laid that one up. But
Come on, let's go.
that's not the statement he just made.
Starks against Walton. The turnaround jumper. Another miss by Utah.
And that was an easy one there. Just a missed opportunity.
If you give it to him, he'll take
Yeah, that's
that
all.
shot every time down the floor. I'm sure he's kicking
So he
himself
can make that. I can't make
because
an
he's inconsistent
easy
from
turnaround
range.
jumper.
The defense dares him to take that shot. Bad gamble there.
On the basket by Starks.
Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
Here's Reiner. He had 15 points last outing. Now the pass to Banks. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Come on, let's go.
Here's
That's all.
Walton, and it's safe back by Mitchell.
This is the elite defense, Mitchell.
Imagine us actually getting the ball back when somebody blocks it or somebody rebounds it. 2K, come on, man. It don't happen like that as often as you think it does. Oh my God, don't be a pussy. The one time, that's what gets on my nerves. Oh my God. I give you an easy shot and you just pass it right back to me. And you wonder why I can make buckets all the time. Like, see, my playing style is going to dictate that anyways. When I play my career, it's seriously all about me. If you watch somebody like Chris Move is looking to pass the ball. He's looking to shoot the mid-range. He's looking to dunk. He's looking to do all kinds of stuff. He's looking to get his teammates involved. I'm not. So when I find you and give you the ball, you better shoot that thing. Now, if I'm playing online, that's totally different. If I play online, it's going to be like I play in real life. I'm going to be looking to give the ball to somebody. Don't get me wrong, I will exploit scoring if I can. I'm not saying.
Difference maker on the court with his defense, and will get the team to fall in line. Hard to argue with one of the.
I'm gonna play team basketball, and see, either way, whether I'm playing my career or the rare times I'm playing online.
Yeah, going to the floater right there. That was pretty.
It doesn't make any difference because I still average like 11 assists.
Having a good, efficient start to this game offensively. Let's see if he can keep it going.
Like I'm leading the league right now, leading assists and points and steals. That should have been a block. Got me jumping all off.
This is a wide open chip shot.
Here's Davis trying to get open as Rufus.
Nice rebound. Let's go.
Can't get it to go. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Utah Jazz.
I love how Jimmy
That's why you needed to give me the ball. Because I'm thinking about attacking. I don't know what Jimmy thinking about doing. Okay. So you're going to give Ben my steal. Basically, that's what happened. I go for the steal. I swipe up away from him. Then Ben gets steal. Lord have mercy. Even when I get one clean, y'all can't give me. Are you serious? That one a pump fake? God, dog, boy.
Yeah, not a great shot there.
Yeah, because y'all messed my whole rhythm up.
You know, there's no shame in passing out in that situation.
Wasn't trying to pump fake in the first place.
At the door.
Now, here's Kufis. His last outing, he had 8 points.
Shoot, I was trying to shoot like Jimmy did tonight. Against Toronto.
Blocked by Simmons.
That mug shot 3. Well, he shot 3 in a row. He only made 2 of them. And like 3 drives straight, he shot the ball. Shot 3s, I mean.
New Orleans making some changes here. Sadaransky's checked in for Ryder, and it's Burke in for Walton.
I added another tat on my neck.
We talked about the effect of Gobert's wingspan somewhere around.
Oh, come on, Trey. That's another BS thing that 2K does. When you go for a steal and they call a timeout.
And of course, my old teammate Manu Bol still holds the record.
Like, come on, man.
8 feet, 6 inches.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And this is what you got to do. I mean, if it ain't working,
that's the only shout out Manute Bol gets in this game.
fix the problem.
That's when calls him out. Like, the nigga could block, but he couldn't do anything else.
And the Jazz pushing it up now.
So it's like, hopefully, Bol will be like 10 times, 1,000 times better than his dad ever was. I mean, his dad was okay, but when you're 7-7, I expect you to be more of a dominant force.
Now here's Davis.
Like, he should have been a scoring problem. He should have been a. Obviously, it was a block problem
One of his 5 shots tonight.
at points.
His 4th make in 5 tries, and we're just getting started.
He goes in for the dunk.
I hope it's OP, just as OP as my primary takeover is, cause man,
Against the letdown.
Yeah, this is where
I have like 4 players I can use on here on team takeover. That's why I let the meter fill up. If I click on the thing, it's an accident.
Now here's Burke.
I don't click on it until I fill up the whole meter to do a team takeover, cause then I can use my player, I can use Ben Simmons' player, and I can use. Godly, stupid game. This idiot passed it right back to me.
That one's not going to go. And New Orleans will come the other way.
I don't understand why that happens in team takeovers also. Like, I'll pass the ball, because I pass normally I press R1 and use the stick, and they will automatically pass the ball right back to you.
Covered by Starks.
If it's team takeover, don't I have the controls of controlling that? Why y'all do that crap? Okay, that's clearly where I was trying to pass the ball to.
Utah with the rebound.
Yeah, I expected you at least could have gave me the foul in that situation then. If you're not gonna let me jump that high and I don't block that shot, I've been cool with a foul in that situation. Knowing that I actually, that's ridiculous.
The shot's good on the assist by Sadaransky.
19-25. Let's go.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
Passes it to Mitchell. Here Starks.
Yeah, defense shouldn't necessarily dictate where I'm gonna go to though. Meaning, if your body's, his body really wasn't on me. I was trying to go left, and they made me like, they made my momentum go right. It's like, y'all have these weird things because you tightened up the defense on here that you control the player movement to a certain extent, and that's not where the person is moving their joystick. That's all I'm saying. It's like they'll have their hand out, and you can't get by them, but you're getting by them. It's like no hand's gonna really stop you unless they're like a bigger guy or something like that. Godly.
Back to Starks. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
And jump it out like this, man.
You don't think I'm gonna keep attacking? That's what trips me out about the game too. Is like, why don't you just go ahead and let me get through my? Why you gotta pause my animations and stuff like that? I was already shooting. You gonna tell me they stopped my momentum when I already pulled the trigger? It's like, come on, man. If anything, that's a foul.
Yeah, I think it has. I love it that the coaching staffs are limited.
Or at least a block or something, man. It's like, bro.
I love that it's
That's why I had to pass out of it. It was like, oh, they're not gonna let me do what I was trying to do in that situation. Alright, pass out of it, come back around, because I know these niggas ain't gonna do nothing with the ball. And then proceed to dunk on AD. Clearly, that's where I was trying to pass the ball. I love how the computer knows exactly how I was going to pass the ball after I pass it to the wrong person. So in essence, just pass it to the guy I was trying to get it to in the first place.
Outside, Davis. Down low, Burke.
Give me that, finally. Oh, that's two. Jerk. Marketing. I had to pick up marketing. I'm a Bulls fan. This year for free agency though, I saw Corey Harris on the block. So man, we get Corey Harris as a rep. That's cheating though, 2K. And you know it's cheating. Because you have that man at 98 on my game. And meanwhile, me and Marcus Young, I'm at 93, Marcus Young at 92, because they didn't upgrade him, which I think after a while, we shouldn't be hand in hand overall wise. Especially if I'm winning championships and he's not. And he's my rival, and technically by the story, just technically by the prelude, he wasn't necessarily better than you. He just finessed the whole situation that got you almost kicked out of the NBA before you even got into the NBA. So I'm kind of glad when I moved to 93, he didn't go to 93, because that was kind of annoying that every time I moved up, he was moving up, and I'm like, bro, according to the way y'all did the story, he's not even better than me. That's one thing I really want them to do next year is I've been saying that for years though, you've got to give out more choices. And you gotta have these guys where they're not whiny or arrogant or, you know, like if Chris Smooth chooses or Gentle or iPod King Card chooses to be that arrogant character, you know what I'm saying? Like if they choose to do that, then that's their choice, you know what I'm saying? Or if they choose to go the humble route, they should be able to do that. I hated the fact this year that he was so whiny. Like he was so much better. Like nigga, you're in China for a reason. I know I've said this on other streams, but it's just like it's mind-boggling. I guess another reason why it weighs currently in my head is because obviously I have more than one character. Like I like to hold up my VC and then I'll make my characters early on, hold up my VC and then like up to like 200,000 just from playing my career games, and then just like load it up on my other players because I got a shot creating slasher that's a small forward at 85. I got a play sharp at 88.
You go out there and control what you can.
I think I got a pure slasher
and if it just so happens you get traded
at 85 maybe, and then somebody else at 71, or maybe my pure slasher is 71. I got like 4 or 5 archetypes. And this time around, I'm just trying to get one of those bikes, just for the heck of it. Because we're getting to the point now that, you know, we're gearing up for 2K20 at this point, and honestly, that's another thing they should allow us to do, transfer our VC. I know that sounds so incredibly crazy,
has them out in front.
Because it's like, oh my God, like, well then people will have so much. Not necessarily.
And it's Hayes in at the power forward position. That's the group for Utah getting going here in the second.
It wouldn't mean I would have so much. It's just that you would have a decent amount to at least upgrade your player to 85. At least that's what I would do. I would at least have the goal. At least have at least 200,000 VC before 2K 20 came out, so I can transfer that over. Other than that, actually, I probably need a little bit more than that because you want to make sure your guy has his gear on for my career and his clothes for the neighborhood and gear for walk on program and stuff like that.
That's good.
Oh, and the beats.
16 points for Anthony Davis.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
Sadaransky.
Starks against Sadaransky. On the basket by Starks.
Oh, they're showing that. I was gonna say, ain't no way in the world this game in the fourth quarter yet. I'm looking at Denver.
Steve, you look at the core of this Jazz
Portland game, and they're showing it's at halftime, so they're showing Philly and Toronto, the end of Philly Toronto game. So I looked down, and I was like, what?
The front office has done a great job of identifying talent in the draft and developing it.
Oh, that's weak. Of course. I couldn't be facing them forward and trying to steal the ball in that situation. Yo, stop showing Shaq's feet on television. What is up with y'all with that crap? Stop showing his strike a match.
Simmons feeling it out of it.
Wizard of Oz, witch dying kind of crap. Whatever the heck you want to call it. Golly, that's nasty.
A shot by Starks, no good.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it.
Didn't rush it.
You could see the frustration on
It was a routine. It was a routine. What you call it?
Plays it up and banks it in. Davis has got 7
Post fadeaway.
The numbers speak loud and clear. 80 not letting up, playing with great pride.
On the basket by Starks.
Sometimes you just gotta force it, because they will not let you shoot it the way you're gonna shoot it on. So what you do is you keep holding on certain controls until they let you shoot it when you want to shoot it. Come on, let's go. I'm about to say Ben. I was about to say, I was about to smack the crap out of you for that.
Freezing the D complete.
And so here's New Orleans. It's a 16-point game. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule.
Come on, let's go. What you doing, man?
Yeah, guys, they were forcing it a bit in that one and shot a relatively.
That should have been a block too. Come on, let's go.
But you have to give them credit for being aggressive. The problem is they play too much.
How disrespectful do you have to be just constantly do that? Up and down, up and down. You can tell I love dunking on niggas. Like, if you go look at the little clips that I put on Twitter and the clips that the clips that I mashed together for some of my videos, that's all I'm doing is dunking. I mean, it's my archetype too, though. If I did videos with my play sharp, then you would just see me. Well, you would see me shooting a lot of bricks too. And that's what happens when my archetype shoots threes in a hot spot, close to the green.
Second chance shot, stolen by Mitchell. And now here comes Simmons leading the break.
In transition, back-to-back misses.
As wide open as he was, he really has no.
Yeah, what's that about, 2K? As wide open as you was, you can't make that one. What's up with that? I still don't understand why you think that's a good part to put in the game. If we don't force the mistake, don't put that in there.
Seems like each year the bar keeps getting set higher. I mean, more props, crazier.
You won't even allow us to fight for the ball in that situation.
I think this is going to be a good one.
Look at Black Hole, almost all the way up there in the top spot. I don't know if
Oh, give me my steal. What the heck? Wow. I'll take the rebound, I guess. And the assist. Oh my God, you little pussy. You just had to take it away from me, Ben. Dunk. That's all you had to do was dunk.
With the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Especially you got the frozen. You know you can't handle the ball as best as he can right now.
Finds Davis.
Are you serious? Thank you. Okay, Rudy apparently didn't get that one.
Burke's got 4 assists now tonight.
Oh, come on. Not trying to pass it to Rudy.
Butler in the corner. Here's Simmons. And he makes good on the way.
What is with the extra passes?
They are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Like if I'm watching regular basketball, I'd be like, oh man, good teamwork. But I'm like, nah, bump that. Give me my assist, nigga. He was gonna shoot that. Then you just dumped it down the bins, lazy self that won't shoot the ball either when he underneath the goal. That ain't make no dang sense. Man, this series is gonna be hard to figure out though. Because one of my homies asked me, yo, who you think gonna win this series? I'm like, if you're talking about guard play, from the perspective of Jamal Murray, I thought Jamal Murray was a little bit bigger than what he is on there. He's around 6'4", 6'5". Gary Harris around 6'4", 6'5". Also, they're over 200 pounds apparently. That makes a difference when you're guarding Dame and CJ McCollum. But still, them niggas can shoot. So it's like. Now, one thing they don't have, because he's out on injury, they don't have a big man to combat with the Joker. So even on that side, so you got possible, if you can play good enough defense, you got possible just from the perspective of your size, the guard play could be a problem, and you don't have nobody to stop Joker. And then you got Millsap. Millsap is a vet. So it's like, I might be leaning towards Denver, but at the same time, it ain't really that predictable as far as whether both of these teams are going to go, especially when last year Portland got knocked out so quickly. It wasn't even funny type of situation. This is Denver's first year being in there because they've been at 9 for the last like 3 to 4 years. Finally got over that hump. Now hopefully Milwaukee does what 76ers did, because I looked at the 76ers game 1 and I was like, if y'all play like this, y'all niggas done. And they came back and played a whole lot better in Toronto tonight. So I'm hoping Milwaukee does that. I think they play tomorrow. Yeah, at 8. That's another reason why you're not gonna see me stream too much like that. Besides the fact that I don't really have people watching my stuff, and it's kind of like,
He knows he can play amongst the big boys, and he showed it.
Here's Starks, and again it's Utah.
He's been unstoppable here, late, trying to shut the door and turn the lights out.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting 43%.
oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's almost playoff time in my NBA Live, so I'm gonna have to do some streams with NBA Live too. Got 6 games until NBA Live. See, that's the beauty of NBA Live, though. It may not be the better game, but I play with a whole lot more ease because I can I don't have to play point guard, which I love playing point guard, don't get me wrong, but I don't have to play point guard because I can tell you when to shoot. I can tell you when to give me the ball. I can cut to the basket. I can do all the things I need to do as far as that goes, and I don't have to waste so much time grinding. I've not logged in as many hours in NBA Live as I have with 2K. I'm not saying it's gotta be stupid easy like that. I mean, that's not really stupid easy, but I'm just saying 2K don't have to be, but it should be closer to what Live is as far as that goes. That way you don't have to play as many. Most the community, they don't even play as many My Career games as I do. Like some obviously people do for the grind for the grind. I mean, but I'm saying like they don't really care to play those. They want to play park. They want to play pro-am. There's a rare percentage that wants to just play. A rare percentage like me that kind of just wants to play My Career. Like every now and then I'll play park. I haven't really played park in a while. I don't even think I've ever played Jordan Red.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, as we know,
plus I had to have like my close friends to play on the game with me, and my close friends don't play 2K like that.
Quinn Snyder said he gets angry.
One of my closest friends got Xbox. No, two of my closest friends had Xbox. And I'm not getting it on Xbox.
Thank you, GA. He is indeed a fiery competitor.
That's just the reality of the situation. I'm not getting on Xbox. It's just 10 times easier to stream on here than it is on Xbox anyways. I mean, it's not hard to do it on Xbox. You have Twitch. But I have flexibility. I can use my Twitch or I can use my YouTube. And when both of them get where you can directly do it on Facebook, that would be nice too. But especially since I have a Facebook page specifically for my YouTube page.
Every facet of the game. One of the rare players who can carry a team on both ends of the floor. There just aren't many great players that can lead a team to a championship, but I think Davis.
But yeah, most of my friends just don't play 2K like that.
And now a look at the upcoming schedule for the Utah Jazz. On Saturday, they'll be playing against James.
And then the times gotta coincide with each other because we all work.
They'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule.
Getting kind of handsy over here.
How many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't.
Yo, just pass it. You only get 5 seconds anyways.
In the moment.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He still dropped the ball. Like, just go ahead and let it be a deflect. Go ahead and let it be a turnover in that situation. Then you're gonna let him like just cough up the ball. Stupid. Because you essentially just took the. Either way, I got the assist is gone. I don't get an assist from that. I need to find out if that's an accurate depiction of how they play in basketball. Even though I know I've played basketball, I don't think a deflection necessarily warrants them. Oh crap!
Good job by AD, not giving up on the play, tracking the ball, blocking the shot.
Are you kidding me?
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys.
Working smart.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
I'm just saying, if I pass it to him and they happen to fumble the ball, I think I should get the assist again. There's one thing if it actually turned over his hands, but for me to be like, yo, to not get the ball because, yo, pass the ball in. I got control to pass the ball in. I don't understand why y'all, like, dude, once you get the ball inbound, or once the ref gets the ball, just go ahead and give them the ball so we can go ahead and play the game.
Here's Markkanen. Sweet little forward.
Like, come on now. 2K.
Everyone knows about marketing from range. Also has the tools to challenge inside.
And Walton kicks to Daniels. New Orleans moving the ball around. And there's Walton. That's good on the.
I'm just saying though, early what I was talking about earlier, I'd rather play with my closest friends if I'm gonna play more online. Because I don't want to hear all that bull crap about you're selling or you're doing this and stuff like that. Like, who cares? Because sometimes it don't even be you. Everybody be complaining about how somebody's playing, and you know 2K servers are crap. Like, my player doesn't play nowhere near. My player doesn't move the way he should play it on in the park. My guy's a slasher, and he's slower on the game. I mean, in the park and stuff like that. I'm like, what the heck? It's because it's stupid latency in the game. It's like, bro, fix your servers so we can move around. That's 5 assists.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling.
Come on, man. Let's go. You gotta be kidding me.
Here's Daniels. He's covered by Ingram. Here's Davis.
When you look at that lead pass there, he just has such a great feel for the game.
Stolen by Satoransky.
Okay.
Here's Daniels. And it's
I guess I'll give you that one, because he was actually in the vicinity. But man, sometimes 2K gets on my nerves with that. It's like they have these passing lane catch, interceptions or steals, and it's like, you know, he could have just passed it to the player instead of passing it directly to the opposition. That one at least was as close to the player, so it could look like it was something. But sometimes they just let you just pass the ball arbitrarily.
Daniels with it. 8 points for him. Davis, and Davis throws it down.
I'll tell you, at his size, once he gets it in there,
I should have never switched. I should have just let the computer play that defense, because they had like you can't stay on nobody on here. Wow. Didn't think I was gonna take that type of shot. Okay.
Here's the pass to Graves. Stolen by Smart.
I like how they won't let you do anything at points on when you're trying to steal the ball or something. Wow. Give me that.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition. For Utah, they have gone 6 of 8 from the free throw lines tonight.
Trey Burke, what you bringing Trey Burke in here back in here for? I do like the fact when you get to 93 though, you get to go to a different daily spin, and the daily spin, if like the first couple of times I went daily spin, I got those, you know, boosts for shooting and all that other crap. So I had like 30 on deck.
And it's Utah's ball.
And I just got some Gatorade so I got about 16. Yeah, he came in fouling. Yeah, Trey.
The Jazz have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
Just let it happen, Trey. Don't fight it. Let it happen.
We're seeing NBA players speak out on societal issues. Do you think it's gone too far?
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Back like cook crack. Prodigy Starks.
I think in all, you know, all our 4 major sports, in any possible way, I think guys should get a chance to weigh in.
That's just happened. The back like cook crack thing is just me being a hip hop head, basically, and not wanting to say, "Yo, it's your boy," you know, type of stuff. It's like it seems like everybody on YouTube said, "Yo, it's your boy," or "What's good? It's your boy. It's your boy this. It's your boy that."
Both sides of the floor. He's KG with a 3-point shot, and he also has a little bit of Hakeem Olajuwon in him.
I don't know. It's so pointless to have that dunk, but when you get it off right, it's ridiculous.
I totally agree.
And it's been about that execution offensively. I mean, they have been superb.
That's what's extending this lead.
Back like
the
cook
right
crack.
play, right time, and good finishing.
On the wing, Daniels. 8 points for him. Got a piece of it. And they're on the break. Jumps up.
Another one.
And that's a rugged play.
That one was big time.
This will never get old to me. Sorry. I'm gonna dunk. One of my former coworkers was like that. He's like, you like to dunk a lot on it, don't you? It's like, yes.
Here's Hayes. Great tee that time from Davis.
But then again, I come from that era where it's like, I like this era that these guys can shoot and all that and stuff like that, because I just love basketball in general. But at the same time, like, there's nothing more satisfying than seeing Shaq. Like, I grew up on Shaq, Jordan, Gary Payton, you know, Sean Kemp. Grew up in the 90s, so like it's mid-range shots. I mean, my archetype epitomizes the 90s. Shot creating, slasher. That's pretty much what most of these players were. Just variations of it, because some of them could shoot threes, or some of them improved to be 3-point shooters. Because you got somebody like Jordan that actually improved at the 3-point later on in his career. Kobe was even a better 3-point shooter, but he still has that. He still would be sort of that archetype, because he can get to the bucket. He might be a slashing shot creator, because he shot more. He created shots more than he actually slashed.
Defensively right now, especially on the interior.
But pretty much those two that build is like a 90s archetype. Anything with slashing and shot creating in it, basically. Shoot, it could be slashing with the
And there's the call.
What you call it?
For New Orleans, they have made 5 of 8 of their free throw attempts.
Now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Move shot.
Free throw good, Davis.
The former #1 overall pick, Anthony Davis, does a great job of representing this franchise. Makes big plays on both ends of the floor.
Rudy Gobert is checked in for Utah. Butler comes in for Brandon Ingram. And New Orleans also making a change. Pass is checked in.
I need to play Apex.
Both shots good from the strike.
Tough. He's just so hard to keep
I might
off
just
the
have to
foul
play that
line
with
when he
randoms
pushes
too,
to
though.
action. I love his activity here in the second half.
He is a highlight reel unto himself.
I mean, if I'm in takeover, it's no point in me, but not to go to the rim. Especially when I already go to the rim anyways. Oh, come on. Seriously?
1:46 left in the third.
Man, I almost got a quadruple double one day. I was like so mad 2K made me get in foul trouble to like the last few minutes of the game. Got 2 quick fouls, which made me have like 5. So I couldn't play effective defense anymore. So at that time I had 7. And then later on, well, in the near later on, because it was like literally two minutes left in the quarter for me to try to get 3 more steals. I got 1 more steal, so I ended up with 8. Ended up with like 8 steals, 23 assists, 69 points, something crazy like that, and like 12 rebounds. But that'd have been crazy, especially since I have a coworker that always gets on me about, why can't you get quadruple doubles in the game? I'm like, bro, you don't even play the game. You don't realize how hard it is to get a triple double in this game at times. It's not even hard. It's just like you're pulling teeth at times. Like 2K It's like 2K knows that you're trying to go for something sometimes. It's like, the heck?
Adaransky's got 6.
Clearly caught him off guard.
I just beat Wilt's record the other day. And they like they was gonna stop me from doing that. Got 102. I did it in the playoffs though before, so technically I already beat Will's record. But it's kind of like it doesn't count in the season when it hasn't been done in the season. Because your playoff records are in your playoff records, and that's something 2K should do though. Should keep your records. Your playoff record should be somewhere on your play card also. I mean, you record them anyways during the playoffs, so why not have it there for? I just like looking at my stats. Whatever. Like some of these things don't really matter in the scheme of the game because a lot of times you're just gonna be playing. More than likely, more people are gonna be playing Park anyway, so it's like it really don't matter. But my goal usually when I'm playing my career is to align my stats up with the greats. I mean, it's always been like that. Even before they made my career, even before my career existed, we were already playing my career.
That one is no good.
It's just we didn't have to grind.
Yeah, they've done a nice job of extending
because we were already at 99.
Maintaining that intensity level.
You know, we just put player lock. We put it on player lock. Oh, come on. I'll take the foul.
That's his 3rd foul so far.
I'll take the foul. Since you won't give me the steal. It's clear that I should have got the steal in the first place. And then the second time when I try to go for it, you want to make it a foul. Whatever.
So he picks up just 1 from the line that time.
So y'all know to pass it up.
To the paint. Here's Simmons. And then Simmons slams it in.
You can't let Simmons get going off of these dunks. His confidence just...
Exactly why I don't like pressing X. But I take over, I have a tendency to press X sometimes because you're dealing with multiple players. I don't know. Oh, that's disrespectful. Marcus Smart. Brandon Ingram. I have a team on paper that may not even actually work though. Like obviously, if you know you're my career player, if they're putting up those type of numbers, obviously he's gonna turn the needle in the league. But I mean, like everybody outside of that may not work. You know, Donovan Mitchell is a good player, but it doesn't necessarily mean that he's going to ever. I mean, he's in a small market. It doesn't necessarily mean he's going to ever be able to get to that point. You know, Jimmy Butler has bounced around a bunch of teams, so it doesn't necessarily mean he's going to ever get to that point as a champion. Markkanen's pretty young. Who else I got on there? Ingram has not improved as quickly as we thought he was over the years. So all these guys that I have, the collection I have guys on there, I mean, it sounds good, but it feels like real life. I probably would have to do what I'm doing on this game. Meaning I would probably have to carry those guys. Oh crap, what am I doing?
Gobert's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Thank you for making the shot. Jesus Christ.
It's fine to extend your defense to try and create turnovers, but guys have to help each other.
That's been a problem for them all game. Teamwork is something you just can't turn on and off.
Smart's checked in for the Jazz.
I can't do that.
There's a real Arden. Utah ends up going with the new group.
75 and 6. I need to get 4 more assists. At least. Oh, that ain't happening. I just realized how much time I got left.
Great play there, set up by Walton. Walton's got 10 assists here tonight. So active. And there's the pass to Sharp.
And Sharp, you're a shooter.
Fast break, here we go.
Ironically, your last name is Sharp. So you should have shot that. Wide open and you didn't shoot that crowd. Pussy. That's what I'm saying. And see, when you don't have the on-court badge, you can't make them shoot it. Unlike live, I could have made them shoot it. If you miss it, you miss it. But I'm just saying, like, you're wide open. Why not take the shot? Because the time's running out? And look at marketing. So quick to pass the ball off, too. And you wonder why I can make so many points. Because I'm an attacker by nature on this game. Plus, I always felt like if you go ahead and if you're already scoring or you're already attacking the basket and stuff like that, then you're going to have a better chance of upgrading your player anyways. Even though they kind of tail down the scoring as far as being able to have experience points on that. Like posterizing works, like helps. But.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win.
How many blocks do I have? Like 4?
Will soon forget, and
might be 3.
One that I think most will try to forget.
And this will make it 41 victories for them on the year.
Yeah, lost to the Lakers. Made me go on a drought one game.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Black.
I dropped 50 in the first half, and then I couldn't do barely anything in the second half, and end up losing that game because of that crowd. I mean, they try to kidnap you for every little thing too, man. Like, you don't have to. If you're gonna stop my scoring on the game, you at least let me be able to play effective defense. At least be able. I don't have to get in foul trouble necessarily just because I can't score anymore or something like that. It's like, come on.
Sometimes you're gonna get hit on hard screens. You just have to fight through them.
Free throw is good.
That's the only reason why I probably should be playing on the high level, because these games be ridiculously blowouts, but at the same time, I just kind of want to get to 94 and 95 without dealing with all that nagging, slowy,
14 seconds left to play in the final 6 to shoot.
Like, yeah, it's competitive, it's fun when you play Superstar or Hall of Fame, but at the same time, it's very aggravating not to be able to do what you are supposed to do. It's not about what I want to do. It's about what they're not allowing you to do. Like the game. Let's be real, guys. The higher you go on level, the more the game has a tendency to cheat. That's just the reality of the situation. And when they tighten up the defense this year, like, people just poke the ball. People that don't even play effective defense on the game play effective defense on you. If it's CP3, fine. If it's Patrick Beverly, fine. Deladova, fine. He can't. The only thing about somebody like Deladova or Patrick Beverly, the reality of the situation is they probably can't do that to you every time. You're gonna have, if you're a superstar, you're gonna be able, at some point you're gonna have to exploit them. Even CP3, there's times I should be able to exploit him in those situations, and I have, obviously, because you can L2 back up, post fade away, boom, stuff like that. There's tricks to the trade that we all had to. Hopefully, you learned when you was playing that, organically. When you was playing it, let me do this, let me do that, type of thing. Like, I'll even go off ball on purpose, especially now that I have been on my team. I can go, well, actually before I had been, because I had Donovan Mitchell. I can go off ball, cut to the basket, get my points like that too. So there's always ways around it, but there's certain games on the higher levels that's just like,
Oh yeah, let's do it.
it gets out of hand. Like, wow, 2K, you're going way too far with the cheating. Like, you're just losing the ball arbitrarily. It's just too much at times. And I'm like, for just grinding, nah. I'm cool on that.
With this one in the books, we've got a special post-game guest.
I was like, nah. Let's just go ahead and get these. I really, like I said, if I can get the 94, 95, because 96 is going to be a two-capper. So I'm not really looking forward to necessarily 96. 96 would be good, though, just to get that double payday on VC. It'd be nice to get 99, period, but I don't know if I'm going to get the 99. Like I said, 95 is probably... And I wouldn't mind you being able to make another creative player. But that still requires you to have VC. That's the only thing about the rebirth. See, on live gives you 50 points for your rebirth. And not only their rebirth is after you max out to 100 on with your original player, every player after that you make gets 50 extra points. So you get a 50-point head start on creating your player. 2K says, oh, you want to try the rebirth mode? And you still got to pay over 200,000 VC to upgrade your player. Yeah, I know you maxed out their primary badges, but not really, not really giving us a head start on that. Just saying. Just saying. But yeah, that's the end of my broadcast. If you liked it, tell a friend to tell a friend. Like, share, subscribe. AyoKid2306 is the channel. Back like cook crack. Prodigy Starks. And I'm out.